games, comics, anime. Codenamed Epic.
Hi, this is Maestro Please from Codenamed Epic, and we are here at the Cristina Vee voice acting panel.
Welcome to my little panel.
Hello.
In this panel, we shall explore the national debt, and now you're all locked in, and we're going to talk politics. Oh, no. I don't know anything about politics. But I am going to hold this if I can, which I can. Never mind. Hello. My name is Cristina. I'm a voiceover actor. Some of my recent works have been Mio Akiyama, Ribbon in League of Legends, Dynasty Warriors 7, and Extreme Legends. As Leanne Schur, I'm directing Skullgirls, and I also play Cerebella. And right here we have, never mind, I was going to give away a secret. We have a voice actress in the room who you will soon know. Yeah. Please don't post this online. Let's see, what else have I done recently? I'm working on a really, really amazing show. Well, I just finished it, and I can't tell you about it. I'm also working on a really, really amazing video game, and I can't tell you about it.
No.
I wish I could.
Noel Vermillion?
Noel, I have recorded more Noel, I'll say that. Oh, and also, you guys know Yu-Gi-Oh?
Yeah.
I am totally twin-tailed cat girl, dual monster. I played a cat, and then a cat monster, and then like some weird things. Been like news reporter. I'm proud. Yay. Very proud to be on Yu-Gi-Oh. So I guess what we'll do is we'll just open it up to some questions and we'll see where that takes us. So yeah, anybody have any questions?
Is the room small enough? You could just ask a question.
Raise your hand.
Yes.
What inspired you to be a voice actress?
What inspired me? Let's see. It had to be Disney cartoons, but when you're a kid, you don't really think about like, oh, there's an actor behind that character. There used to be something called on AOL when you would have to like spend hours downloading a single clip of an anime. I downloaded a Sailor Moon clip, and it was in Japanese. I'm like, oh my gosh, it was in Japanese? That's me. My name's spelled right.
You expect us to make a mistake?
No, I know. It's spelled wrong on my badge. Oh no, it's spelled right. I think I'm just expecting it now. What was I saying? Inspiring. Yes, Sailor Moon. I realized that watching it in Japanese that there was an English voiceover actor for that, and I was like, that is really cool. So I'd start downloading clips and then like talking along with them, like yeah. And then I met friends, and then they're like, yeah, voice acting. And we're like, yeah. And then the internet was born. And there were voice acting communities out on the internet, and I found those, and I was like, sorry friends, but I can only record the Sailor Moon R movie so many times on tape player. So I moved to the internet. And then I started making demo reels, and mind you, I was like 12 years old. So I still have that demo. I'm like, hey, I was really bad. Look how far I've come. A little better now. So I did that. That happened. And like, what was the original question? Inspired, yes.
What inspired you to do
Yeah, so Disney cartoons, I think, started it. And then Sailor Moon. Yeah. Yes.
What would you say was your definitive moment when you thought to yourself, wow, I'm a voice actor?
Oh yeah, I was walking down the street with David, and this is after I recorded Canaria. I was like, oh snap, I'm a voice actor, I did it! He's like, yeah! And it was like this whole movie moment, like he lifted me in the air, I'm like, yeah! And that really happened. It did. But I think that was it. And still, there are still moments where I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I just did that. Whenever like a big role comes along, or even just a role that you feel you did well in, and you still get that wow. And I hope that never goes away. Like if that ever goes away, then I don't think it would be worth doing, putting all the work into voice acting. Any other questions? Yes.
What was your favorite role throughout your career?
I'm gonna say this. You know, I feel like every role I do, it's like, oh, I love this character so much. It's my favorite role ever. But this character that I just did, it really is my favorite role ever. And I can't say what it is. But I just finished recording it, and like after, it was just kind of that feeling where it's like, yeah, that was really amazing. And I'm glad that I got to be this character, to go on this journey with this character. And tears were shed. Not really, but inside tears. I'm really happy. But I guess my favorite video game role though so far is definitely Noel. Noel and Mio and Lambda and Moo and Beta. Is there a Beta yet?
No, not yet.
Not yet. Hopefully there will be, and I will be there.
That one will come.
Best characters ever.
Yeah, they're really fun. It's really fun when you get to do like a character and then go back in for that character, because it's so much easier. You're not thinking about the voice anymore. You're not thinking about the personality. You're just thinking about what's on the page right there. And it gets a lot easier. When it's easier, it's funner. So Noelle, I've revisited many times now, it feels like. So yeah, she's definitely my favorite. And favorite video game? League of Legends. Favorite food? Pizza.
Any particular pizza?
Who's that?
I.
Oh, favorite pizza? I like vegetable pizzas.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, meaty pizzas. Lots of meat, bacon. Bacon and sausage and lamb. Buffalo. I've had buffalo with Rebecca Forstad, actually. She's like, hey, here's some buffalo. I'm like, oh, I'm scared. And she was like, no, try it. And I ate it. I'm like, no, I'll never eat this again. It's just because, you see like the majestic buffalo roaming in the fields. And it's like, I can't believe I just ate that. So sad. I didn't eat meat for 2 weeks, and then I was like, I'm over it. So yeah, that happened. In Colorado. Yes.
So you're directing your first game, Skullgirls. What can you tell us about that experience? What's been new for you, and what were you not expecting when you're directing?
I was kind of nervous at first, but it's so much easier than acting because the actor's doing all the hard work. It's just kind of steering them into the right direction. And you're ready when you're casting. If it's cast right, you don't have to do much work at all. It's just telling them, okay, this is the context behind the line that you're saying, and this is how fast it has to be. A lot of times it's just like faster, we need it faster, faster. No, we know it faster. That's mainly it, and you just have to know the story, and you also have to keep account of how the other characters sound and what the other characters are saying, and kind of imagine it, how they're sounding together at the same time. So, it's really good. I'm having a lot of fun with Skullgirls, and yeah, hello. We are talking, we're answering and questions. So if you have any questions, feel free to let me know. Yes.
Any voiceover horror stories inside the booth?
Yeah. Let's see.
If you're comfortable enough to share.
There was one line in K-On! And I watched the DVD and I was dreading that moment. So I'm like, oh, this line's gonna be terrible. It's gonna be so terrible. And it passed. And I was like that, and nobody would have known that it took like 50 takes to do that. Say like 5 words. It's because when sometimes you're recording, the Japanese doesn't always translate, and so you're not getting the same feeling from the Japanese. So we did this line, and we did it like every single inflection, and then we went back and we wrote the line, and that wasn't working. And I think at the end they're just like, you know what? We'll find it. We have like 100 takes. And also one time we were recording for a video game, and we were on the last day of recording. We had to finish that day. And we started late, and we went on till about 3 a.m. in the morning. So that was definitely the hardest session I've done, because it was like, gotta be energetic. I sound drunk. So So we didn't finish, because I did sound pretty drunk. I was like, hey, flamethrower. So we tried, we really did try. But other than that, there's nothing really like, those really aren't bad things that have happened, it's just out of the ordinary things. Yes.
Have you started the second season of K-On! yet?
No, I really hope we get to do it though, but I haven't heard anything about second season of K-On! There's a movie coming out too that I hope we get to dub. I want to see that. So. Any other questions? Yes.
Difference between recording for video game and recording for the anime?
Video games are a lot easier. For anime, it's so restricted because in video games you have the Japanese and sometimes they play you it, but you're free to do whatever inflection you like as long as you're playing the scene right, and a lot of the times you're not following a time code, you can just go. And in anime, it's so tough because in Japan it's not even that hard because they just go and they say it and there's not the mouth flaps, so we have the flaps that we have to talk to. So it's kind of like singing and getting the pattern right, and sometimes it takes a lot of takes to get it exactly right. So it's definitely more challenging to do anime, which is why a lot of like original animation people who do like a lot of cartoons, they don't want to do anime because like all that freedom's taken away where you're so constricted to matching mouth flaps. So who's going to get an autograph later from the Tenchi Girls?
That's currently going on now, actually.
Yeah.
Actually, they just walked into the autograph room, so
Oh.
they will be doing it in a couple of minutes.
Okay. Do we have any more questions? Yes.
Which would you say is your favorite K-On! song?
My favorite K-On! song is My Love is a Stapler. Yeah. And I also like Mio's song, the one with the bass. You totally know what I'm talking about, right? I love this song.
Sing it.
I don't know it. Yeah. My Love is a Stapler is really fun. My least favorite song, that's not the question, but it's Don't Say Lazy, because it's so hard to sing. But I like the way it sounds. I just want to sing it. Yes? Yeah.
Have you ever had people recognize you on the street, and what was like your reaction whenever they recognized you?
I used to work at a comic book store, so they would recognize me not from voice acting at the comic book store, but from anime TV. They'd be like, oh my gosh. But it's never like, oh my gosh, you're Cristina Vee. It's like, oh my gosh, how is Johnny? How is Johnny on Bosch doing? What's he like? And I think I got recognized at Subway once. I'm sorry, I'm messing with my heel because I got my toe stuck in my shoe. So that's what's going on down here. But yeah, I've been recognized there, and I think the first time that I was recognized in public was at a convention at Anime Expo before I started doing my voice acting, and it was because of my YouTube channel. And that was really interesting. It was really fun. She was so excited. I was like, thank you. That's interesting. Yes. Usually I sing and stuff, but I didn't bring my laptop this time. It usually passes the time pretty nicely.
Do you
Sing
recommend
anyway.
any techniques for things you should take to keep your voice, especially doing video games? You gotta do a lot of screaming or like singing. You lose your voice all the time.
Yes. Sometimes you get sick when you're voice acting and you lose your voice. And the thing that you really have to do is you have to start using those nasal washes. You squeeze water from those. Yep.
Sexy.
Yep.
All right.
That's really like, it really helps though to keep your voice healthy. And yeah, I was like for Alisa from Tekken, I lost my voice completely. it's something that you have to work through because they can't stop production for that. It's like, okay, Cristina, you gotta make your voice better now. So I'm like, okay. So I did Tekken, and the entire time my voice, I was like fighting against like congestion. But we did it, and it came out pretty good. We just had to take a lot of takes. So, yeah. Yes.
With that in mind, a similar question: do you have any control when your days getting slot out on a say difficult section? Do they do the hard work first, or the more demanding voice work in a certain?
Yeah, usually if there's like a long scream in an anime, you'll do it last. And in fighting games, definitely you do all the fighting noises last. Unless the entire fighting game is fighting noises, then it's kind of like, tough, go with it, you know? But there's different techniques you can use, definitely using your diaphragm and not clenching your throat. And there's a particular way that you can scream without really screaming that Tony Oliver showed me. So that's been really helpful. Yeah. But sometimes you just have to go with it. Yeah.
Do you have any particular advice for anybody trying to break into the industry?
Yeah. First, you have to be an actor. And every voice actor you meet will probably tell you the same thing, is if you can start taking classes, if you already finished school, take classes. There are so many voice acting classes, especially in LA. And also, whatchamacallit? Yes, if you're still in school, I personally kind of just leaped and did theater. No, it's just been so long since I've heard like a usually like music or naughty. But yeah, if you're still in school, it's definitely worth, if you don't want to major in theater, to do plays and to take theater classes. And then you just have to keep training until you're ready to make your demo reel, and then from there it's just submitting. And trust me, perseverance does pay off. If you're really passionate about it, it's definitely worth putting in the time and effort. Okay. Yes.
Other than voice acting, do you do any other gigs outside of the VA field?
I really focus on voice acting, but I've done like a couple. I just finished a movie, Broken Spirits. Richard Epcar is in it. Spike Spencer is in it. Vic Mignogna has a scene. I didn't actually get to work with him because he was in one scene that my character wasn't in, but we're going to superimpose myself in. Who else is in it? Kyle Rivera showed up for a shoot. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's just been a really, really amazing movie. It's a sci-fi thriller. So I'm excited to see how it turns out.
Is there any voice you would like to do in the whole anime genre?
Sailor Venus is something that I always think about. Like, I wish I could do Sailor Venus. I wish that they would license Sailor Moon, bring it to LA, and I hope that I get to audition, and I hope that I get cast as Sailor Venus. Yes. So definitely Sailor Venus. Also, Final Fantasy characters are one of my dream roles, and anything in Marvel vs. Capcom. I'm crossing my fingers. One day I'll get to do something for Marvel vs. Capcom.
Do you play your characters in the fighting games that you voice?
I have played as Noel, but it's because I would have played as her anyways, because I like the characters who are like Chun-Li, like light on their feet and lots of flippies and stuff. So I played Noel, but I used to also play a lot with New in the first place with, because she's awesome. All I had to do was like twirl like the left trigger. It's like and people be like, "You're so good, Cristina, I can't believe it." It's like, yeah, that's right. So when I got Continuum shipped, I was really sad to see that not only was New, I think she was completely gone from the game.
They kind of.
Yeah, but she was so nerfed. So, and not only that, but they took off like the trigger buttons, and I was like, what? So I don't play Continuum ships in public.
Do you taunt people on Xbox Live? Like we had Steve who did Fei Long's voice earlier, and he's like, "Yeah, I'll taunt people in Fei Long's voice after I lose."
Awesome. I think for Noel, I did. Somebody sent me like a funny comic called Blazin', which now I get like Blazin'. Like, yeah, I didn't get it at first.
It's awesome.
Okay.
But yeah, somebody sent that like, hey, you should voice it. I'm like, okay. So I voiced it and I posted it on YouTube. So I'll do stuff like that. That's really fun. Yeah.
Which is your favorite Blazing comic strip?
I've only read a couple, and I think the Noel one was definitely really funny.
There's so many of them, so.
Well, it was the one where she was like, everyday life of Noel. I go to the bathroom, but I have guns attached to my hands. So. I really like that one. It was really funny. Yeah.
Was there any other voice actor that you just worked really well with? Like, sometimes it's just hard, but is there one that you just click on, like, automatically?
You usually don't know voice actors, but I have to say that working off Cristina Vee in K-On!, it was so easy because I know her and we hang out. And so when I was talking to Azunyan, it was like I was just talking to Christine. So I think that some of those scenes were the best in K-On! Was when I was just playing off of what Christine already recorded, because we do that in everyday life. So, yeah.
What's one of your favorite lines from any project you've done, and could you voice it?
Favorite lines. Anybody have? I'll turn this. Does anybody have a line that they liked from anything? Because I can't think of anything right now. I'm like drawing a blank.
Hands off the panda.
Hands off the panda! That's a fun one. That's one of those lines I'm like, why am I saying this? Okay. Oh, and also the pirate Valley Girl new Ghost pirate Valley Girl robot was really fun. It was like, what am I doing? Okay, you want me to say that line in that voice? Okay. And then you see it and it all comes together. So, yeah. Yes?
You could choose, going back through time, looking at the whole of animation history, you could choose any voice that you could take a crack at. What would you like to do? Which character?
I would have loved, I don't know, any voice ever. I think it would be cool to be Ariel. I'm just saying. Just because that character, out of every other character in like animation, I feel has had such an impact for whatever reason on little girls. Like people I know, or singers or voice actors, like, oh yeah, I want to be Ariel. That's why I got into singing. Or even little girls today, they're still being affected for some reason by this character. That's only, she has basically like that one movie has impacted the lives of so many people. So I think it would have to be Ariel. I would love to try back in time. Maybe if I was older though, because I think that's like one. Yes.
Is there any voice actors that you idolize?
Idol voice actors? Tara Strong. I love Tara Strong. Wendy Lee and Stephanie Shea. Especially Stephanie, who's here right now, and she's working. It's because she has such an amazing work ethic. Whenever I see her, she's always working. And not only working voice acting, but she also has a charity that she runs. So I really look up to her. Like, I've seen her work, and she's really determined and passionate. Yeah, definitely Stephanie Shea. Anybody else? Yes.
Would you mind talking just a little bit more about your role in Broken Spirits and what the movie's about?
Oh, sure. So Broken Spirits, it's a sci-fi film, and goodness, my character, like all these characters are like broken in some way. Well, yeah, their spirit is broken in some way. Yeah. Well, the thing is all these people coming together, and they're basically forced to face their past, and so we kind of relive it, but we're conscious that we're reliving the past and going through the same thing. And it's kind of about them going through that journey and kind of fighting their demons. But it's taken literally in that we're transported by like these demons, and Spike Spencer's like the head demon, and Richard Epcar shows up and he's like, hey, welcome to my sweat lodge. And then we're like, oh, sweat lodge. And then we're like transported into the desert, which was really hot and sandy. And then lots of epic battles happened. Lots of epic battles. I had to stab somebody with a knife. Over and over. No, it wasn't a knife. It was a fork. It was a fork. part, I think, was definitely, I think he stole the show in this film. He's so funny. And I don't think that the character was meant to be as hilarious as he made it, but it was definitely really funny. Oh, and Andy McPhee from Sons of Anarchy is in it. I don't know if you guys know him. He's an actor. Yeah. Yeah. And also, the names of the characters kind of represent the way the characters are. Like, there's an older gentleman playing a character named Oldman. Like, and there was, we had to change some of the character names because there was like I forgot what his name was, but it was like an Indian character, like Native American Indian. He had like some really kind of, you know, name, so we had to change it. And but it was just like the casting that happened with the names. Yeah. So that's what was the movie about? That. It's about the desert and demons. And Spike Spencer being evil. Yeah. Watch it. So, how are you guys?
Good.
Good.
How are you?
I'm great.
Awesome.
I'm on my like 40th wind right now. I've been going nonstop for like the past 3 weeks, like recording and then weddings and then conventions and then more recording. So one more day and then I can sleep.
We know how you feel.
Yes.
With the conventions, are you traveling generally around the world or just around the U.S.?
So far around just the U.S. I was invited to Hawaii. That's still the U.S.
It's Hawaii.
Yeah, it's Hawaii.
Favorite
Yes.
city then for a convention that you've gone to so far?
Favorite city?
Yeah.
You know, I really like Colorado. I think it was probably Denver. Colorado was really cool. Washington, D.C. was fun. Seattle was amazing because of all the coffee. And also, Chicago was amazing because there was like a free kale storm that happened. So I have a video by Stephanie Shane going, oh my gosh! That happened. Yeah.
Alright, if there's any character you want to cosplay as, which character would it be and why?
Cosplay? Cosplay. Goodness. That's tough. I think I would want a better Psylocke cosplay than the one that I have right now. Also, X-23 would be really fun. I was always meaning to do it. I wanted to do it for Anime Expo, but I just kind of kept pushing it off. But, yeah. Homura Madoka. So I saw it and then again. So, yes.
Do you typically like them bigger or smaller? Conventions.
Should just cut down that first one.
Just 41st win. You're welcome, Miss V.
I don't know how to answer anymore. Well, okay, let's see. I like different things about different conventions. Like I like PMX and ALA because they are the smaller ones and because it's more about hanging out with your friends. But I also enjoy E3 because of all the free swag. Comic-Con, though, it's getting a little bit too big there. I didn't like Comic-Con as much as I was hoping to because it was like this the whole time. And then at one point, like I was just walking and I didn't realize I was in the street because it was all people. Oh, street, what? And then a train came and I'm like, ah! Yeah, that was Comic-Con. But I'll go again.
You kind of get used to it.
Yeah, you get used to it?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because it was fun. It was fun to, like, the panels that we did there were huge.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
So that was fun.
I mean, the only time you couldn't get into any kind of panel was Hall H for obvious reason.
Was for what?
Hall H. It's a.
Hall H?
Yeah, it's on the way left side of the.
Hall H.
Hall H,
Yes.
yeah.
I didn't go to any of those.
Good
I
on
just
that.
went to, the only panel I went to was the Kung Fu Panda one. And it was good.
Oh, that was funny.
Yeah, it was amazing. The theme song was amazing. And, yes.
How does it feel like to be immortalized as Mio on Keon?
Oh, you know, it's, I don't know. I guess I never thought about it that way. My hope is like when I do a show, it's kind of like you put all your energy into it and you hope that it's good and you hope that people really like it. But then after that, I kind of try not to like dwell on a show. It's always like, okay, that was great. Now I gotta start looking for more work. What's next? So, but yeah, I'm really happy that you think it's immortalized, and I really love playing Mio, and I hope that we get to go back to the second season and the movies because she was awesome. Yeah.
Have you ever met any of the original voice actors that you're dubbing over?
You know, I've met a lot of Japanese voice actors, but I've never met one that I've voiced the character, same character for. Or have I? Give me a second. No. I don't think so, but I've met a lot of really amazing Japanese voice actors. Luna from Sailor Moon. She was like, hey, Cristina. In Japanese, she was saying this. She's like, you have a really Japanese voice. I'm like, thanks. And she was a little bit drunk, which was so cute. And I met the voice of Ash Ketchum. In Japanese and English.
Who wants to touch me?
No,
What?
Okay, that wasn't even a double entendre that time.
No,
It was-
I'm tying my shoe now, that's what's going on here.
For other video game characters, who would you want to play out of the entire video game universe?
That's already been voiced?
Yeah, that's already been voiced.
Oh, let's see. Video games, huh?
I don't know. Maybe like an X-23 would be really cool one day. I really love Tara Strong's take on that. Harley Quinn would be amazing, Catwoman. But these are all characters that are not really specifically video game characters. I think because I just really want to be a Marvel DC character.
By chance, you a comic book fan?
Yeah, I used to work, well, I think I said that I worked in a comic store for a while. So I got to familiarize myself even more with comic books. But I like superheroes, but I really dug the independent stuff like Y, The Last Man, and Fables, and Walking Dead. I had a huge thing with, what else was there? Yeah. And of course the Buffy season 8. For a while I was into that. It got kind of weird. But I finished it, so yeah, love comic books. Yes.
You said you play League of Legends. I don't know. But favorite hero?
I just play, like, I used to play with Soraka and Lux, and I was like, Soraka, you kind of, you know, pushing me aside. So I just play with Lux. I'm trying to be the best.
Whenever you hear your voice, like in past works, do you, or like say you're playing your games, do you just enjoy it, or do you like analyze yourself?
Oh, I rarely watch. It's worse for anime for me. It's like, oh my gosh, I could not know. What am I thinking? No, gosh. So I just kind of stopped. I understand, like some actors, like Johnny Depp, they say he never watches a movie that he's in, and I can see why, because it's like you're not just watching it. It's like you're going through like the entire like your feelings at the time. So it's like completely changes the way you view it. So I don't watch myself in dubs anymore. Video games, it's fun. Like Noel, it's like yeah. Where's League of Legends? It's so funny. Like you're being chased by a room and it's like it's so loud. So, what time do we have?
134. You have to join 2, I believe. So.
Cool. Sweet.
At this point, if you'd like, you could ask questions. I know you've probably never done this, but ask questions to them.
I have done this before. I had a really fun game, but I forgot it. Okay, so questions to the audience, huh? So what's your guys' favorite anime right now?
Tiger and Bunny.
Don't ask.
Tiger and Bunny? That's about robots, isn't it?
Superheroes.
It's the one with all the
Superhero.
product
Actually,
placement.
you would really dig it.
Yeah, it's really,
Tiger
really
and
good.
Bunny.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll try Tiger and Bunny.
Last Exile.
Last Exile? Oh,
Science game.
Oh, Science Gate. Science Gate.
That's the
cool.
one.
Yeah?
No,
Oh,
it's
snap.
it's not.
I gotta watch Steins Gate.
It gets kind of sad.
Oh.
But it's awesome.
After seeing the episode, I'm like, I can't handle this.
Usagi
That's
Drop.
Usagi Drop. I saw an episode of Usagi Drop.
It's cute. He's better than
Yeah,
manga.
it is pretty cute. I was like, yes. I really liked it because so much anime, it's about high schoolers. High school. I loved high school, but at the same time, it's like everything is about high school or younger. So I'm like, that's why I really liked Usagi Drop, was because it was about, a man. A tiny little girl. That sounds weird, but I really like that. Yeah.
No, don't read the manga. Just watch the anime.
Yeah. Steins Gate?
No, Usagi Drop.
Oh. Oh yeah, I hear that the manga ends weird.
Yeah, really, really.
It turns into
really,
like,
really weird.
yeah.
Really weird.
Yeah, I've heard that. So, any other questions from you guys? We might have to, yeah.
So what's like the upcoming cons that you might be going to?
I'm going to Animation on Display in January. And then I have a feeling that I'll be doing all the major ones again. Right now it's Animation on Display, and then a few cons that they don't want me to talk about until they announce it. But I've booked a lot for. I thought that like this next year, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna take it easy. But then after like a month or two of no conventions, like, okay, I'm ready again. So I started booking a bunch of conventions for next year. It's fun. Good travel. And saw your hat.
Yes. Did you attend either of the concerts here at PMX? And what sort of music do you like in general?
I didn't. This is my first day at PMX because I had a wedding on Friday, which was amazing, anime fan wedding, and theater people. It was really fun. And then yesterday I was working, so I couldn't come. And so today's my first day, and I go through musical phases. Like last year I was on a Regina Spektor kick, and then Broadway show tunes, and then I used to really be into Gact. Was he ever cool? I think he was cool at one point. Yes. Yeah,
He's still alive.
I love Gact.
Known
Yeah.
as Magnum, as he says.
Magnum?
It's a.
I don't want to know.
Oh, I haven't heard. No,
Yeah, he thought he was a big guy until he saw American porn. He used to call it a Magnum.
oh
all the
my
time.
gosh, that's awkward. He is so cool. Yeah, I used to be really into just like Larkin CL and Eurobeat, like DDR stuff. When I used to play DDR a lot, I used to love DDR songs. Eurobeat. Yeah, I think what am I into right now? Yeah, yes. Yeah.
What's your favorite songs in DDR?
I like one called 17 by Bambi, and Bumblebee by Bambi, and Night of Fire. Yeah, Disney Mix. And Cartoon Heroes by Opera was on there, and I loved that. I couldn't beat that song on hard for the life of me, but I loved that song. Still do. Never get old. Yeah. Yeah.
So speaking of music, I was looking on YouTube the other day, and I was looking up some just like random videos of people singing like what was it? Like God Knows, Haruhi Suzumiya, and I noticed that you actually did that song too.
Yeah.
What compelled you to do that song?
That song I did. I didn't see the series, but I heard the song right when it practically right after it aired in Japan, and I really liked it. It was so cool, and what I loved about it too was the animation behind it. It was so beautifully animated. So I'm like, I really want to sing this song. So one of my friends let me sing his lyrics, and he mixed it really nicely. And then I was really happy to hear that it got licensed and they dubbed it. And years later, the president of Bandai said, "Hey Christina, we dubbed the songs in English because we heard your song on YouTube, and we wanted our own version." So but yeah, all the Haruhi songs were so much fun. I didn't expect them to be popular, as popular as they became. I'm really, really happy about it.
Yeah. In that same topic, are you planning any more English language versions of songs coming up for your channel?
Well, it's really tough now because being so much into the professional field, it's kind of looked down upon to do it. And rightly so. I mean, maybe they can lose a little bit of money. So I kind of had to stop doing that. But I am releasing I just released a song on iTunes, a Japanese Blood Plus opening. It's like remixed and stuff, so I have like the rights to that. And I'm doing a couple more songs for a CD, a Eurobeat CD. Also original songs for video games, for Winter Wolves, RPGs I'm doing. But my dream is to do like it professionally, like for reals. For reals. Yeah, I want to release an English anime song album in Japan, and I don't think that's been done before. So I think that's what I want to do next.
What's the best fan letter you've ever gotten?
Fan letter? Oh, I get some really amazing ones. The ones that I love the most are of people who say that I've inspired them in some way, or that my music on YouTube's helped them get through a hard time. Did I just say YouTube's?
Yes.
Internet.
You're saying the internet earlier.
So yeah, those ones where people say that I made an impact in some way. Like, wow, thank you. So I always try to respond. Sometimes I can't.
The best piece of advice you've ever done for your voice acting?
Best piece of advice?
For you, that you've gotten.
Goodness. That's really tough. But I don't know if it's advice, but Tony Oliver, I think, has been really pivotal in helping me develop. Because he was there from the beginning. He's the one who was kind of like, Cristina is good, we should give her more roles. And he's the one who's kind of helped shape my voice. So everything that he's taught me in the booth, like technique-wise, and about the thing I told you about screaming and not really screaming at the same time, and just like life advice that I learned from all the directors that I've worked with so far have been really amazing.
You can just throw it on the ground, wherever it is.
Oh, there's the table. Oh, they want don't on the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your favorite Japanese food?
Sushi! Well, it's not really sushi. I like spicy tuna rolls.
Ooh.
And teriyaki chicken. Mochi! Imagawariyaki. Taiyaki.
Yeah.
So, yes.
What were your first roles like getting into the industry? Was it just Walla, or did you automatically just start going in?
I started from the bottom up. I started doing Walla for Planet Test, was my first show. And then I did like a bit part in Hala and Goo, and then in Kanazuki no Miko, they're like, Cristina, we have a recurring character. So I had a character that had like 5 lines throughout different episodes. And then my first major, like my first role in a big show was in Rose and Maiden. And from there, that kind of led me to get cast as Nanoha and Louise. And yeah.
Have you ever known in advance what role you're going to get? Most voice actors usually go in, they just give them number 1, number 2, person 3, person 4 kind of thing.
Oh goodness, let's see. I knew about Mio about a year in advance. Yeah. November 2009 was when I found out that I was going to be Mio and K-On! And now I think like the DVD's barely been released. The last DVD's being released November 2011. So, but that's not typically the case. Sometimes, like when you do incidental characters, they'll just, they're like, oh, incidental. So okay, you go in and you don't know. But usually they'll tell me like when I have a big part, like, oh, you're this character, because they know I know. They know that I've been to it, so they'll tell me.
Do you try to watch the anime ahead of time before you get the role? Like when you get your role, do you watch the entire anime before? Or?
I did that for I think the one anime that I didn't do that for was the Squid Girl. And it was interesting that way too. It was interesting not knowing like who my character was or what I was going to be doing. But that was just because it was timing. Like they told me 3 days in advance, hey, you're in Florida, well, we need to schedule you for an anime next week. Okay. So I didn't do that for Squid Girl. But for this recent one, I watched even like episodes over and over again just to kind of get a feeling of the arc. But most actors don't do that because in a way it can be a hindrance because the director knows what he wants. But if you have like that preconceived notion that it has to be this way, then yeah. I agree with them. Yes.
I know you asked the first question in the previous panel with the Tenchi actresses.
Yeah.
And it makes me think, did you have any, were they or any other role models of yours when you were starting out, when you were a kid watching stuff?
Yeah, it was one of my first VHS that I bought from Blockbuster. I remember saying, oh, what's this? It looks like Sailor Moon. But it's not, it's Tenchi Muyo. So, yeah, I really loved it. Just like that, too. I was like, oh, it's Tenchi Muyo. No, I wasn't. I was like, this is cool! So, yeah, I really, I had to come see them. Like, we pushed my press panel back because I wanted to come see them. They've been so influential. Yeah.
That was cool. Yeah.
Ryoko! Oh, where is Ayaka? I was like, oh my god.
I know, it's sad too.
God. I used to copy her voice.
Can you do it right now?
No. I just say that because I forget.
Have you ever had voice match someone? Work it up?
Voice match. I voiced characters that other actors have voiced before. Like I voiced a Tara Strong character before.
Well, no, but voice match of
but
actor.
But I never had a voice match specifically. Yeah. Any other questions?
We can only take 2 more questions anyways.
Oh snap! We filled up the time. I'm gonna go over here and get some water. So please give me a moment. I'm back.
Yeah, Mark.
Yeah.
Would it be okay if I gave you this cake?
You want to give me a cake?
Yes.
I would love to accept your cake. I mean, really, it was for me the whole time, or?
Yeah.
Oh. Guys, it says can!
The cake is alive.
Oh my gosh.
No, let's her
Oh my
eat
gosh.
cake.
Thank you so much. I've never been given.
Show everybody.
It's extra. I'll show you guys right now.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I gotta take a picture out of the excitement. Yes. It would be on. Oh my gosh!
Now I'm
I
curious.
have to give some to Stephanie. So if you guys want to see the cake, I don't want to like. Hey! Okay, I'll describe it. It's circular.
Thank you.
There is frosting, and then there are little strawberries. Strawberries. And in the middle it says K on, and it's written in Japanese and in English. It's really cool. Thank you so much.
Oh, it's based off of this, but it's a lot simpler.
Awesome! Oh my, did you make this?
Yeah.
Okay, I need a picture of you.
You're
Oh my gosh, thank you so much.
You're
You're so amazing. Thank you so much.
Prepare to be viral. Prepare to be viral.
Oh, it's okay. It looks like this.
Oh, all right.
Oh my gosh, how am I ever gonna eat it? I'm gonna be like, oh, it's so beautiful.
Yeah,
Don't worry, we'll help you.
Yeah.
There we go. No.
It's a cream cheese frosting.
So good.
It's
so good. Thank you so much.
Who we got? Last question?
Last
question.
Okay.
There we go.
Well, now that cake is up there, I'm just
Sorry.
like, what's the most obscure present you've gotten?
No pun intended, but I think this. I don't even want to say it.
Just say it! Just say it!
This is the cake! Really, I got some really amazing things like I love like fan art that people give me, and like letters. Some people written me letters before, and I've gotten at a convention. It was near my birthday, or the convention was during my birthday, so I got to celebrate with Chris Smith and John St. John, and Dom from Gears of War. He was there. And Bing. It was just an amazing convention guest list over there. But I got like little presents, like little Pikachu toys, and I got like 3 Mio figures that weekend. I was like, oh my gosh. So those are in my room. And I do keep like everything that people give me. This I'll probably have to eat. Yeah. But I usually, I'll put this in there. I have like a binder, a folder of things that I put all my fan art in and letters and stuff. Or when I'm having like a discouraging day, I'm not feeling so good, I go to the folder and I'm like, that was fun. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, cool. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much. So I think we're done. Thank you guys.
Awesome. Wow, that is
holy.
This smells great. It smells sweet.
Smells great.
That's what's oh yeah, that looks good.
Yeah, really interesting. So should we start?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Wait, come back.
Oh, wait. Oh.
That's fine.
We'll start a minute already. You might want to sit up here.
Thanks for waiting.
Oh, yeah, I mean, we're here for you, so, I mean, we don't mind, really.
Yeah, we're here for you too. I think I saw you like J-pop Star Festival.
Yeah, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
That was fun.
That was fun.
Yeah. It's been a crazy year, man.
Little J-pop Summer Festival.
That was my first time going.
Really?
J-pop Summer Festival? How many years has it been going on?
I think it's new. It's like, it started in 2009 because new people just opened.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I remember. Oh, I might have stopped by that one. I just have. 2010, they stopped by it again. And 2011 was a big market push because they wanted to do the Project Diva, and they came on.
Yeah.
Yeah, close the door.
Yeah. Did you guys only for anyone else, or?
I think that's about it. We waited for half an hour. Yeah. Because she has a pen at 1 o'clock too, so.
Oh yeah, oh man.
Yeah, it's scheduled, so we want to make sure that.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Okay, so this panel is for Cristina Vee. Just please be respectful, turn off all your phones, and there's a no re-entry policy, so if you leave, make sure you take everything with you. Okay.
Question, pictures and camcorders allowed, correct?
Yeah, we have.
Just making sure because we asked, yes, in respect.
Oh crap.
Yeah, unless you want to use that.
That's so
one.
cool.
You can just unplug it.
Yeah, we'll just take that one off and put it on there and then pop it back on here.
Okay.
Okay.
So go ahead.
It should be on already.
Is it on?
Yeah, it's on.
It's on.
Okay, cool.
Check one.
Okay, so
Fire away.
I guess I'll introduce myself. I'm Cristina Vee. I'm a voiceover actor. I've been doing it, I don't know since when I can say that I officially became a voiceover actor, but I think I started in high school is when I started auditioning, and I also have a YouTube page and iTunes songs, and also started directing recently, so it's been fun. Yeah. So I'm open to any questions. Yes.
So what are your favorite video game characters to voice?
Video game wise, my favorite was Noel Vermillion, because I've gotten to know her over the past couple years because I keep getting called into work, and also because I get to play the other alter egos, all the robots, and that's been really interesting. And also because I like fighting games, it's instant gratification.
Do you play as Noel when you play?
Yeah. I used to play as New because they were so easy to win, but then they completely nerfed her. So I can't play as New anymore. Riven was also fun from League of Legends. Yeah. So that's my favorite video game character.
How was your experience when casting as Mio from the K-On?
That's actually been a really, really long journey. I think I heard about it the year K-On came out, so I think 2009? Yeah. I heard about Mio at the very end of 2009 when they said, hey, we want you to be Mio if we get the series. So then it's been kind of like a tease like all throughout 2010, like, okay, we might get the series. We didn't get it. Wait, we got it now, but they want us to use the other dub from because it was dubbed in English already in Asia. So like they wanted to use the other dub, so you might not be able to dub it. I'm like, okay. So like, okay, we got the series, and we're gonna announce you as the voice, and that was at Anime Expo. I'm like, yes, okay. And the same thing happened with the songs too. Like, oh, we want you to dub the songs. Oh wait, you can't. Oh wait, yes you can. Okay. So and it was really fun, and I got to travel all around and meet the other girls, and I think it was really interesting because I don't think anything like that's been done before by English voice actors, where we got to dress up as our characters and sing the songs from the series. So it was really, really fun, and I'm sad that we're done.
Until next season comes out.
Next season, hopefully, yes. We went to New York and San Francisco a couple times, and Seattle, and Anime Expo, of course. So yeah, that was awesome.
Are there any future projects you can tell us about?
So much good stuff. Actually, I just booked not booked, I've been working on a video game. It's huge, dream roll, but I can't talk about it. And I just finished an anime, huge, can't talk about it. But they'll be coming out, hopefully we'll be able to talk about it soon, because it's really amazing. I'm really happy with the way the show is sounding from my, hearing the other actors and the way that the director really pushed us this time on this show. So can't wait to talk about that.
Do you have any other dream roles that you could talk about?
Not that I can talk about. I'm working on Skullgirls right now, which is the video game. I've been working on it for a year now, and been casting and directing it, and then scheduling all the actors, and then directing all the actors. So that's been really amazing, seeing the game come together. I've never done anything like that, where you have the concept art, and then little by little you see the characters coming to life. So that's been really fun too.
I know you mentioned that future project you can't mention. Is one of those projects Ika Musume or Squid Girl?
No, that already came out.
Okay, that's already came out. Okay.
Yeah. Squid Girl came out, and I play Nagisa in Squid Girl. And that was fun too. It was fun because it was just the character was so easy to play. It came so naturally, and you just had to scream a lot, and it was really fun. So yeah, that was Squid Girl.
What are your favorite animes and video games that you haven't been in?
I really like Sailor Moon and Fruits Basket. Yeah. Let's see. Favorite recent anime? Oh gosh, I have a lot. I like Toradora a lot. I liked Kore wa Zombie desu ka? And recent favorite anime is Madoka, definitely. It's such a good show. Yeah, can't wait to have the DVDs. Yeah. So that's my favorite anime.
What would be one of your most influentials to get to where you're at right now with voice acting and?
My influential people?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. I really look up to Wendy Lee and Stephanie Shea, especially Stephanie because she's such a hard worker. I always see her doing something, and not just for voice acting, but for she's out there right now promoting a charity for Japan, and we just see her work ethic, and it's amazing. And definitely Wendy Lee because of all the characters she plays. She has her unique energy, and yeah, I really love their work. Tara Strong too for the original animation stuff. And Tom Kenny's awesome too. And the Tenchi girls. Yeah, it was really fun to see them in person after all these years, because that was my first anime that I ever seen, I think. First one that I bought on VHS.
How do your experiences as a voice director contrast with your experiences as a voice actor?
It's a lot easier. It's a lot less pressure, and I think it really helps that I'm a voice actor first, because you can kind of see like the girls like, oh, they're nervous. Okay, gotta go. Because kind of part of it is like making them feel comfortable and telling them it's okay, we really love you. Anything you do today is going to be great. And so it's interesting because I hear things in their voice that I used to do when I was nervous, so I know exactly what the problem is, or when they're not enunciating, it's like, okay, I can fix this. So being the director, it's really steering the way, because the actors that we cast are already perfect for the role, so it's just kind of steering them in the right direction. It's usually like faster, more powerful, or just giving them the context behind the line. So it's definitely easier for me. And it's something that I really enjoy, so I hope I get to do a lot more in the future. Yes.
So how did you get into voice acting?
I started as a failed AX Idol contestant. I auditioned for AX Idol and I didn't get in, but that kind of pushed me to work on my craft. So the next year I went to Anime Expo and I went to a panel. And I got to try out the equipment, and they really liked me, so they let me audition for their show that they were working on. I auditioned for Samurai Champloo, and I didn't get it, but I did get to do like Walla and stuff, and ever since then it's been kind of a gradual process, going, building, climbing up the ladder, as you would say. And but yeah, at Anime Expo is where I got my first start.
Which AX Idol was it?
It was the first one, the first AX Idol. I don't know how long ago that was. It was different back then, though. It was all, you had all the contestants in a room, and there was no like splitting between voice acting and singing. It's the winner was either voice actor or singer. There wasn't different categories. There were tears backstage, and it was harsh. I'm glad that that's changed. It was definitely something to remember. But interesting enough, I competed against Himeka, who's now a singer in Japan, but she's originally from Canada. So that's how I met her. Yeah, she's doing really well. It's so amazing. Yeah.
How do you feel when you actually perform in front of a lot of people with like the performance in J-Pop Summer Festival, like live K-on performance?
Yeah, I used to be really scared. I only started performing live when I started going to conventions a couple years ago. So it used to be kind of scary, but the K-on stuff was definitely a lot less scary because I already had the experience of doing it, and also because I had the other girls, and also because I knew that the people already liked the songs, and that's why they were there. And doing it, especially at Anime Expo, it was really a rush. There were over 1,000 people there, and it was just really fun to like walk down and like give a microphone to people and give them high fives. It was like playing Rockstar for a little bit. Yeah.
So besides voice acting, is there anything else you'd like to do in the future?
My path is definitely voiceover. I want to start doing more original animation, which I've done a little bit of here and there. But more original animation, I want to get into Disney cartoons, and that's like the ultimate goal. And also I hope that one day I can release an English anime song album in Japan. That's kind of like my dream project, is to get that started. But other than that, I would like to teach and to go on missions and stuff and help people in need. So that's my other dream. Do we have time?
Yeah, we have like 20 minutes.
Oh my gosh, it's only been 10 minutes? Yeah.
Is there anything you'd like to say to the camera?
Hello, camera. Really excited for the future, and I'm looking forward to having more fun experiences, especially at conventions, because
it puts everything into perspective to me, to like meet people who are actually watching the things and to seeing colleagues and friends. So, thank you, camera. I thank the camera for that. So.
Besides the obvious PMX, what are your other favorite conventions to go to?
Anime Expo has been a big one for me because I've been going to that for years. AX, I really love E3. I went there for the first time and they just kind of treat you like, or else you're like, oh, here's this game, here's pins. It's really different, like, oh, come have a seat at our cafe. So that was a really interesting one to go to, and like all the celebrities walking around and stuff. And anime convention wise, I've been to a lot of really great ones. SakuraCon, Anime Central, Animation on Display is one of like my home conventions, and Katsucon. I haven't been to a convention that I really disliked at all. Everything has just been great so far. Yeah.
Would you ever want to do voice work for any of the American comics, like any of the Marvel or DC animations?
I definitely want to. I want to get into Marvel. I want to be Kitty Pryde or X-23. So that's my goal, to get into these original cartoons. Yeah, definitely, I want to do everything. Commercials too. I really want to get into that.
Like what kind of commercials?
Just commercial voiceover. Yeah, want to do more commercial on original animation. So, I don't know, I guess we can wrap up early.
You guys have any other questions? No?
Thank you guys so much for coming.
Thank you for having us.
Hi, this is Maestro Please from Codenamed Epic, and I'm here with Cristina Vee, lovely voice actress of people like Noel Vermillion. How are you today?
I'm really good. It's been a fun convention.
So we just came from your press panel a few moments ago, and what do you think? How was the press panel for you?
It's good. It's always fun to meet people and to see what kind of questions that they have, and I always try to be a little entertaining if I can.
I heard that at your press panel, someone actually baked you a cake.
Yes, and it's over here. Yeah, I'll just tell you, it's a cake from one of the endings of K-On! So it has like the strawberries, and it's so cute.
Oh yeah. So you play Mio in K-On! How do you like that character?
I love Mio. It was a voice that's very close to my own, so I really got to play and have fun with her.
So what are your thoughts on PMX? How'd you like it this year?
PMX was my first convention I came to as a professional. I really love coming here. That's why I come almost every year. And I love the small convention feel.
Well, thank you, and to many successes in your future. All right, back to you.